So welcome to another Tokyo Revengers video guys. And yeah, today we are going to talk about the leaks of the last chapter 278. So finally we are in the endgame. The last chapter of this series is unofficially released to us, which means Tokyo Revengers manga has now come to an end. I remember getting hooked to the manga from the very beginning because of its super interesting storyline and how time flies so fast. Because today the last chapter leaks came out. And we will be getting the final official chapter this week. And this not only makes you guys, but it makes me nostalgic as well. We predicted so many things regarding the final chapter. We were preparing for some heavy twist in the end. We were discussing whether is this really a marriage ceremony or someone's funeral. But to be honest, after Takemichi and Mikey saved everyone, it wouldn't be fair if any one of them died in the end of the series once again. Maybe that would have been a great twist, but it wouldn't make any sense to the story, as it would nullify all the effects of Takemichi and Mikey's effort in this timeline. Anyway, the ending was rushed, and the reason I'm saying this right now is because this final chapter focuses on Takemichi and Hina's wedding only. But keeping that fact aside, I'm really happy for our main character, Takemichi. This is moment he waited for since so long and had to travel back and forth in timelines just to get this awesome future he was hoping for. And not gonna lie, we all have been looking forward to his marriage as well. In chapter 288, we will see all the characters in this series. Since the wedding is happening 11 years after the Toman gang was disbanded, we will see new character designs for some of the characters. This chapter was so wholesome. It's now giving a vibe like a good journey has finally come to an end. So let's talk more about the leaks, but before that I would kindly appreciate it if you can drop a like on the video and consider subscribing to the channel. Let's go into the video now. So in the first leak, we see the time skip Mikey. And he looks so good. I think we saw this kind of character design before. And to be honest, this is my favorite Mikey version. He is with Takemichi in the groom's room. While Takemichi is getting ready for his wedding, we see they both of them are discussing about something. Since we don't have any official translation, I don't know what they're talking about. But it's pretty obvious they worked so hard, changing everyone's destiny for this particular moment. For this exact happy future. Mikey literally saved all of his family members and he's no longer cursed by someone. He's just like any other ordinary person, with a happy and a peaceful life. When we last saw this Mikey version, I mean the Manila Mikey, that time he was cursed by that old man. And he killed all of his friends. He even had tattoos on his neck at that time. But now he's look like a normal guy with a happy face. So I guess, in the end it was all worth it. We can also see Takemichi here. He is changing his dress for his wedding and he looks like a bit nervous about it. Well, I don't blame him. Anyone would be a bit anxious moments before their wedding. Now in the second leak, we see Takemichi and Hina together and they are standing in front of the pastor. And we see all the characters from Tokyo Revengers are sitting there. Everyone has a different hairstyle now, but we already seen these in all the different timelines before. And finally we see the moment I've been waiting for. In the Bonton timeline, Hina and Takemichi would have got married if Takemichi listened to his friend's advice. But he literally went to look out for Mikey, and we all know what happened after that. This resulted in ruining his own marriage. But in other timelines, it was ruined by some other people. Especially Kasaki. I can't even believe how Kasaki befriended Takemichi in this timeline, even though he's jealous of him. At least, it would have been better if Ken Wakui-sensei showed us this thing. But anyway, now after overcoming all these obstacles, they're finally going to get married. And that's what is important now. Takemichi was always willing to sacrifice his life for others. And faced life and death situation because of it. So if he didn't get happy an ending like that, it would not be good. Many people are inspired by him, and in the end, if he couldn't achieve his goal, those people would have been miserably heartbroken. But yeah, for some other people like me, we thought it was a mediocre ending or something. But we have no other option but to accept this, as it's pretty obvious after reading the last chapter. Now, talking about the third leak. Takemichi lifted her veil, and they're seeing each other. Her wedding dress is so elegant. I think, definitely it's Mitsuyu's work. Because, we have already seen Hina in a wedding dress before. But unfortunately in that timeline, the wedding didn't happen. Takemichi and Hina has such contented looks on their face. The panel is so well drawn. Both of them after seeing each other in their wedding attire are subtly blushing. And that's really sweet. Here most probably Hina tells something like how she's very happy, but since it's not officially translated to English, I'm not quite sure what she's saying. Any Japanese viewer can comment the translation for us down for our understanding. Then we come to the panel, and it's a double-page illustration. All the characters here are just so much in joy and heartily laughing and smiling and being genuinely happy for Takemichi. It's a great panel, no doubt, but if you ask me, I felt it was kinda weird. Because we're used to seeing them as Takemichi's rivals, but suddenly all of them are so happy about him and his wedding. Some of the characters have changed their whole personality, even for example, Izana and Kasaki and Hanma. This kind of reaction is expected from the Toman members, but what about the others? Why would they be so happy for Takemichi? Anyway. We will thoroughly review this when the chapter is out. One thing I liked was seeing Draken and Emma together. It would have been great if they showed us a double marriage, that is, Takemichi and Hina's wedding and Draken and Emma's wedding. But nevertheless, since they're so close to each other, I hope they will also marry each other real soon. The next panel focuses on the trio we always wanted to see, Kazutora, Baji and Chifuyu. We saw this kind of time skip designs of Chifuyu and Kazutora before as well. And yeah, they're impressive. But this is the first time we get to see time skip Baji, as in all the other timelines he died when he was still a student. I'm relieved Kazutora and Baji are able to preserve their friendship and they are safe in this current timeline. So yeah, these three have a happy future where they share a great bond. Many people, including me, expressed our sadness. Because we thought, maybe in this timeline, Takemichi is not close to Chifuyu. But we were wrong. Once a friend, always a friend. Takemichi and Chifuyu were best friends in every timeline from the beginning, middle and even now at the end. They are really good friends. We can tell this because here it's revealed to us. Chifuyu was so nervous and excited about Takemichi's wedding that he couldn't sleep the previous night. This panel is really hilarious. And, coming to the last panel of today's video. We all have seen Takemichi going through so many hardships, so much mental exhaustion, and so many sacrifices. He is now finally married to someone he loves so deeply. It is a beautiful moment and our protagonist Takemichi absolutely deserves this. And his best friend Chifuyu is seen here being so happy for Takemichi. And their bond is intact through every timeline. After all, they're one of the best duos ever. Even though Chifuyu doesn't have any memory about the previous timelines. He's still so emotional and genuinely happy for him. I wonder what would have happened if he was aware of their friendship in the past timelines as well. Anyway, please tell me how you guys feel about the last chapter. I'll discuss it more in the chapter review video, and if you guys like this video, hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe. And good luck to all.